Good morning, almost afternoon. Just getting back to trail. Went into Gorham again, which was a little bit of backtracking. It's like a 40-minute drive, but I had to get to Walmart for my resupply, and even more importantly is I needed some trekking poles because I snapped the only one I had left yesterday, and I really need that for river crossings because there's some doozies coming up here in the next 100 miles. And so, oh cool, right here on this road at Grafton Notch, big old AT sign. But anyway, a lot of loud people up here. A lot of kids. Anyway, had to get the trekking poles. So I got $22 ones. I'm telling you, these things are heavy. But beggars can't be choosers. And needed to just get something so I can have that security and mobility, or stability, I should say, on the river crossings. I have no idea how many miles I'll go today, because it's going to be a longer day. Not a longer day. I'm sorry, it's early in the morning. I keep hearing noises of other people, and that distracts me. But it's going to be a tougher day with the Baldpate Mountains coming up, and it's supposed to be really steep and exposed. So depending on what those climbs are like, but obviously I'm starting late today. Man, I think it's like 10:30 or 11 right now, to be honest. So depends on how everything goes, on how far I go. But I'm going to get as many miles as I can and continue on to this trek to Katahdin. Right now climbing over river and bog, and got makeshift like bridge here that's slanted and everything. So I'm going to turn this phone off because I want to make sure that my balance is good, because I am full of food right now. So I'm quite heavy, which should make these climbs kind of fun today. But anyway, it's going to be a great day of conquering. Great, beautiful, sunny day. Let's do it. So the shuttle driver I used from Grafton Notch was Rodney. Definitely look him up if you're in the Grafton Notch area and need a shuttle to either Bethel, West Bethel, what else around here, Mexico, or Gorham. He definitely takes care of you, get you there in one piece, get you there timely. He's a good driver, cares about hikers, very reasonable, will work with you. And from what I've heard, all good things about him. I have no complaints whatsoever. Took care of me, and was very timely, on time, early, not on time. He was early, which is the way I like it. So great guy. His name is Rodney. You can find him in Far Out app, which is the navigational app most people use out here in the AT. So check him out. And I'm heading on. Probably won't get off again until either Rangeley or Stratton. Should have enough food to either one of those. Really going to depend on the terrain and the climbs, and how rough they are for how many miles I'm getting each day. And the biggest one is weather and the wet rocks. So things kind of mellow out a little bit after the Bigelows, but there's still a good 70, 80 miles to the Bigelows. So it's going to be still some good rough terrain up till then. So it might not be my normal 20, 25s, but it might be, because that's more about how long I'm hiking each day instead of, how fast I do it. So, because there is no fast in southern Maine for sure. Anyway, going to continue on climbing this first Baldpate West peak, and then Baldpate East is right after that with a lot of exposed rock. So it's gonna be a fun day. Couple miles into the day so far. pretty good pace. Hasn't been a whole lot of bouldering though, or climbing, just walking up on dirt and rocks and roots, but nothing too bad. So I've been able to keep a pretty good pace. Still have about 1,102 miles to go to the first peak, Baldpate West. And then we'll be straight over to Baldpate East, which is not much further, but a lot of ascension from my understanding, and really steep. So see how that goes. But so far so good. Nice little cool breeze right now. I've been sweating pretty good, so it feels decent on my body. Not a whole lot of water over the next 8 or 9 miles, except for bogs, and I'm not drinking that water. I mean mud bogs, not like a beaver pond or anything. I would even drink a beaver pond if I had to. People that complain about the water in the AT obviously have never been to the PCT, where you drink out of cow trough sometimes. This water is all like nectar of the earth compared to some of that. But anyway, 9 miles to the next water on the map, but I think there's going to be a couple streams that's not on the map. That's what I've been noticing lately, a lot of streams. And I do go by a couple shelters, so they would have water, so in dire need I would just make the trek down the hill to those, but trying not to do that, trying to pound out as many miles as I can since I got that late start today. All right, it's a beautiful day though. Can't wait to see the views on top of these peaks. That was weird. It has that kind of steps there, then it has these steps. I guess depending on how big a step you want to take. They have a lot of steps coming up this first summit. I'm not used to seeing this. Makes it easier than bouldering, but still good work, good amount of work for sure. Almost to the summit of the first one. Standing on the summit of Baldpate West. I have no idea what Pate means, but this is Baldpate West nonetheless. As you can see, some epic views behind me here. This over here is Baldpate East, and that rock over there, I have to climb up that. I don't know which part, but part of that I have to climb up. But Baldpate West is in the bag. Pretty steep descent coming down from Baldpate West. Had a big old wooden ladder there. I wanted to shoot some video, but it was a little sketchy, so I didn't. But now here in the Alpine bog in between east and west, it descended pretty quickly. Well, I guess you wouldn't know that because I wasn't shooting video the whole time, but it went down pretty quick. Now kind of in the Alpine bog and valley here before climbing up all this rock to get to the summit of the next one. Not sure what to expect. I know it's going to be sketchy from what I've heard, but that might be more on the descent, to be honest, than the ascent. So I don't know. Find out here soon enough. Baldpate Peaks. I believe right up there is the trail. Looks like it. Trying to see if I can see any other hikers up there, see what they're doing. But it's about half a mile and 300 to 400 feet of elevation. Out right there, I see some people on that rock right there. Not sure that's where the trail goes. They're just standing there, so I don't really know. But they're just standing there. I don't know if you can see them. Won't be too far and I'm there. They weren't too far in front of me. And over here is west. You can see right there. It's the trail coming down. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. Let's get her going. There they are there. Yeah, that's where I thought the trail went. It goes to the left though. I thought it went up that like divot or ditch that I was seeing there. They were just down here. Then went up there, so kind of getting an idea where the trail is. But yeah, it's straight up those rocks. Woohoo! Here we got plenty of cairns set up on this part, so just follow the cairns. They're up there on that rock right there. Catching them. Probably not. Probably like switchbacks and stuff up there. I'm on a flat part now, so gain some ground. Ooh, yeah. Climbed up all this. It's interesting. Still got to keep climbing up there. And there's one top is beyond what we can see. So glad this rock is really grippy. Dry. It's windy. Standing on the summit of Baldpate East. What an awesome climb. That was amazing. The views all the way up. One of the best climbs on the AT. I wouldn't want to do it in the rain, but it was really grippy rock, so a lot easier than going up Old Spec yesterday. Ah, amazing. And the views 360 in every direction. And the second summit of the day, Baldpate East Peak, is in the bag. Woo! Another view descending the mountain. Haven't went down that far. It's supposed to get really steep here soon. But this is an epic view on the way down. Wow. What a killer day. Well done, Maine. Well done. Another little outcropping called Little Baldpate. Still on the same summit. Just another little outcropping here. A little alternate summit, if you will. I don't know what to say. This is freaking gorgeous. Descended down there so far. And now I'm going up there. That looks like that might be fun. Let's go down here. A little bit longer, but let's do that. Good grief. Beautiful. That descent wasn't quite as bad as what a lot of people have said and comments made on Far Out, and then just people that I've talked to out here, even locals, have said the descent's pretty tough. It was dry, but like I said, in Maine, nothing is ever dry. Even when it's dry, it's still moist, at least parts of it. Not stuck in the direct sun like here. This rock is just damp, you know. But the trail has kind of changed now to mainly dirt with a little bit of rock, but not as steep as it was. There was never a place I couldn't grab onto a tree or step on a root, or you know, kind of use like a root or another rock as a break. I shouldn't say there was never a time. There was only a couple times. And in those times, I just got down on my butt and slid. Why not? I already have a hole in my shorts. Might as well just make it bigger. But anyway, not that bad. So I think it eases up a little bit now. It seems like it is. Then as soon as I say that, of course, here comes some more slab. But definitely not as steep as it was, for sure. But descending, and I'm not really sure what's up. I don't know where I'm stopping today because of the fact that it started so late. I'll figure all that out here in a little bit. Want to get down here, probably get a little bite to eat and snack, and kind of figure out where I'm going tonight and setting up camp. But for right now, there's 2 summits down, and it has been a glorious day. it's nice to have some normal trail for a little bit. Definitely can go a quicker pace and make up some miles, even though today has been nowhere near as slow as it has been. It's definitely lightening up a little bit, even though it doesn't really lighten up till after the Bigelows. It's definitely getting a little better. Like these little bit of bushwhacking here, but nothing bad, and just normal trail of dirt and roots and rocks, and no bouldering or scrambling for quite some time. So it'd be cool if that kept going for a little bit. I don't think I have another mountain to summit for like 7 or 8 miles, I think. So might get a little bit of time made up and some miles made up here. That would be nice. I'm not really sure what just happened. I passed the shelter, or a shelter, and all of a sudden it just had this like real steep up, and then, bear with me a second, a real steep up, and then it just kept going up. I was like, well, that's a quick little burst. And I'm like, oh, it's just gonna keep going. Oh, and it's still going. Oh, and it's still going. It was like 600 feet. But the funny thing was, I wasn't climbing a mountain or anything, and it was kind of obvious because there was no boulders, no scrambling, no nothing. It was the best way I can explain it. It's like I was walking through a junkyard of nature. Just like trees down, rock sideways, rock slab sideways, just reminiscent of parts of Pennsylvania, except a lot messier. It was just like really wild looking. And it was fun because I was still able to go at a decent track and everything, but like, that was weird and out of nowhere and like nothing I've seen in Maine so far. And now I have like 1,700 feet of descent to go. And I think there's like a waterfall or something there. But it's still, that kind of trail that is a lot of dirt, but there's a lot of roots and some rocks too that, stop you from having the super fast momentum speed. But it is not scrambling or going down really steep, slippery rocks. So I will take it. It's fun right now and something different in Maine, and I know it's going to get different as Maine progresses. I mean, it's a 280-mile state, the trail, I should say, in Maine. So there's going to be a lot of different variations of forest and climbs and everything else. But this has been a really fun day. A lot different than what it has been so far. Still a good workout for sure, but I'm loving it. Look at that. Those leaves are already turning. Oh, wow. I might hit the 100-mile wilderness. Right in the peak of autumn, and the colors changing and the leaves changing. That would be awesome. Kind of shocking this early in the year, but it's going to be about a week and a half to 2, I'm thinking, and I'll be dead center in the middle of the 100-mile wilderness, winding this trip down. That would be cool if it was at peak on the colors. It would make me feel better about the 2 months off for Lyme. I'll tell you that right now, because I was supposed to be done at the end of May, and here we are at towards the end of August, and I am still hiking the AT. But I took 2 months off. Really good pace while I'm hiking. I just took 2 months off in 2 different times. I didn't have a choice. I didn't want to. But anyway, that would be so cool if the colors were all at their highest, brightest peak going through that 100-mile wilderness. Nice little cascade here at the top of a waterfall. That looks really cool. Across right here looks doable, but up there's the AT. I'm not quite sure how I get up there. Guess I'll find out. Nowhere near as bad as I thought. Went across with dry feet and just a little hop, skip, and a jump up that thing on the rocks. Now I just got to find out where I'm going. That's to the upper falls. Oh, there's a blaze right there. Right there. All right. I think there's a couple more water crossings. There's a pond. There's a road. Somewhere around here is going to have some campsites, and that's what I'm thinking about doing, is getting to a campsite for the night instead of a shelter. So I stopped at this really nice brook and got some water filled up. There's another brook coming, and then like a forest road that goes to a pond, and then the shelter, all within like a couple miles of each other, I guess. But I was like at the point now where like, if I can find a campsite anywhere before then, I'm gonna take it, because that way I get to kind of be by myself, which I like, and I get time to get some food in me, because I got that late start, but it's already pushing 6. So by the time I get the tent set up, it'll be like 6:30. Get everything in there, get dinner, 6:45, 7. So it gives me time to eat before I turn in for the night, so I'm not rushing into a shelter looking for something at a pond. And basically at this brook, there was just a little side trail that came down. And I'm like, let me go down there and look. And sure enough, I didn't even go 150 yards. And this place was here. Just one nice little open area. The trail goes down there, whatever this blue trail is. And up there, I think this is Cascade Trail, I think it said, which means it goes to that waterfall that I was at earlier. But you can see it's been used before. I can't really tell where the trail goes. It might actually go like right there and then walk around over to here. I'm not really sure, but all I know is it's been used before, so I'm going to use it now, because that's a nice flat spot with not many stones in it or anything. I don't know if you can see it. Pretty nice. So I'm going to set up and eat some dinner. It was a great day. That's all I got to say. Live life. I was just pulling all my stuff out of my backpack that's going to go in the tent. Getting it all set up before I put the fly on. And I picked up my 2 extra rolls of socks. I have 3 pairs of socks, all darn tough. And I got super excited. It's so funny. The smallest things get you excited in life. I pulled them out like, yes! I don't have to put one of these on in the morning because my feet are dry today. The first time in, good grief, 2 or 3 weeks at least. Going back even before Lyme, it's like I was getting them wet either with rain or mud or bogs or something. I kept those puppies dry today. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm in a great mood today because this was a great day. Just lots of beauty. Still hard work. But it was just great to have that change of scenery and to find this camp spot right next to this brook. Get to hear a babbling brook all night long. A cascade babbling brook. Not brabbling. Oh, I'm happy. And I even get a bench, which is good on my knees. So I can eat my food on that bench. I'm happy. It's the small little things. I'm living life. Tonight I'm going to sleep like a baby. I hope. Like a baby. Not a baby who's fussy, but a good baby who sleeps well. I'm going to say it again. Live life.